Okay, so just for fun, we've got a Cobalt drill bit. This is a TTP Cobalt drill bit. They actually had theirs tested, and you can see down here that the Super HSS and M35 and M42 Super Cobalt, that's what this is. They actually had this drill bit tested, and it tested at a 66 on the Rockwell hardness scale. The only reason I want to show this is to see if it can do it, because this is the hardest thing I can get my hands on. It's one of the hardest steels available. It's a super alloy. You are not, if it cuts through this stuff, you're not going to find anything else harder. I mean, floor tile, marble, that kind of stuff, maybe. But this is the hardest, most abrasive, high-speed steel that I really know of. It's harder than stainless. It's just nasty, nasty stuff. It's super hard. That's why these drill bits are actually designed to drill through stainless steel. So if that gives you an idea of how hard they actually are. We'll unload this one since this one completely blew apart. And I think the only thing that's going to have even a shot at this is our rim grit. Our carbide grit here. Let's see what it does. Bugger. Well, there still is some carbide in there, and it is actually cutting it. It's just generating a lot of heat. Look at that. Okay, so carbide grit. That's really cool. Cast iron abrasive. So yeah, if it's going to cut through that, it's going to cut through just about anything. It's going to clog up with mild steel. It's going to clog up with tool steel. But it will cut them slowly, and it will cut stainless steel. So very, very cool. And we still actually have carbide grit left in there. So there still may be a couple more things. What's failing now, and why this blade keeps getting trashed, is because the carbide takes the heat very, very well. The steel of the actual blade behind it does not. So it gets so superheated that the steel becomes pliable and it bends. You know, this blade is this long, but obviously every time I try and move it around to try and give another spot to give a spot a break, it bucks out and bends. It's done it twice. So, but very, very cool. I mean, that's about the hardest stuff you're really going to find. If it can cut through that, it can cut through just about anything. Even though it was designed for cast iron and tile and concrete and stuff like that and blocks. So, but interesting to know.